Today we'll be going over the steps on how to connect your Shopify store to Printful.com. This will allow you to import your Printful.com catalog into your Shopify store and start selling print-on-demand products to anyone in the world. The Shopify store that I've created that we will be integrating Printful to is a golf brand that I've created some designs for already. I've already created some templates over in Printful's website that we're going to be importing. So I've already done some of the legwork for the design and the integration piece, but a lot of the basic functions of the Shopify store I have not configured yet that I will continue to configure throughout this process. So with that said, let's go ahead and work on integrating Printful. In order to connect your store, you'll need to have a Printful.com account. Once you have a Printful.com account created, you can log into it, go to your dashboard, and basically one of the first steps it'll ask you to do is design your first product, which we've already done, and then you'll need to connect your store. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Connect Store. And then it's going to ask me to choose a platform, or do we want to do a manual order platform via API. This is not my wheelhouse. I'm not doing any API development or connecting to it, so we're going to choose a platform over here on the left, and we're going to hit Connect to Shopify. What this is going to ask us to do is basically we need to add the Printful.com application into our Shopify store. So we're just going to click Get the App. It's going to take us to Shopify's App Store, and we're going to click Add App. And it should go ahead and prompt us back at our Shopify store. So you'll see it loaded another web page here. And it's going to say, hey, we need to connect this print-on-demand application to your Faded Fairway Shopify store. And we're going to click Install App. And then it's going to say you already have an account. So we're going to connect to your existing account. Confirm connection. And now it's saying we need to add a product. So add your first product to Faded Fairways. You're just a few steps away from receiving your first order. So here we go. We're going to click Add Product. And then I'm going to go to up here at the top. I've got my own product templates that I've already created. So I've got a few different shirts with designs, actually quite a few here that I've created already. And I'm just going to click one for an example. And I've already selected the colors that I want for my designs. I've already laid out where I want the logo to go, what sizes I want to offer my customers when they come to the store. And it's going to say, oh, FYI, these discounted variants won't be pushed into your store. So extra small and 5XL, I don't plan on selling any of those, so that doesn't affect me in any way. I'm going to click Proceed to Mockups. And here at the bottom it says discontinued variant. So a variant is a size or color. You could have multiple colors, and that would be a color variant, and then you would have a size variant because you have all these different sizes. So it's just telling me that the extra small and 5XL in the forest color has been discontinued. So if I uncheck those two sizes, that message goes away. Otherwise, you can just accept it, and it will remove it automatically for you. So now at the bottom, I've clicked Proceed to Details. And here's the part where it loads up our mock images. Now that the mock images of our product has loaded, what you'll do here is select what pictures you want of your product. So for me, I just need the front and the back of the shirt. I don't have any designs on the arms or the sides that I need to highlight. So I'm just going to select front and back images. And you can kind of scroll through. It picks all the different colors that you've pre-selected for this template and shows you the example of the front and the back. So I'm good with this, and I'm going to choose JPEG. I don't need PNG. I would like a smaller file that loads faster to keep my store and my products loading more efficiently. And I'm just going to hit Proceed to Details. Now here's where we're going to make some changes. Now here's where we're going to make some modifications to the actual product description and title. This can be changed at any time, so for now I'm just going to put cactus shirt. This will actually load in your information in regards to the make and design of the t-shirt itself. I'm going to check the box of benefits of on-demand manufacturing, what kind of throws a snippet in to tell you what on-demand shipping is. I check the box for size guide, that way people can see what the actual sizes are of each individual shirt. And then if you wanted to add any tags or check the box for product visibility, this will hide it or publish it. So I'm always going to check the box of publish it. And then if you have collections that you have already pre-configured, you can select from there. I'm just going to select homepage. I can modify this back on the Shopify side. So from there, I'm just going to hit proceed to pricing. For the product pricing configuration screen, we're going to choose exactly how much we want to charge for each size. You can either set them all the same or modify. If you want to charge more for a 4XL, it's going to cost you more to have it manufactured and printed and shipped. So you might want to try and charge more for that. But basically down here in the bottom left, we're going to have a template that it kind of will apply to every product you push from Printful to Shopify. So if you always want to have the size guide there, I'll check that. If you want to do everything free shipping or not, you can check that. And then if you just want to say, hey, I want every t-shirt to have a set revenue of $210 because that's kind of where we're at by default, you can check that box. I'm just going to do size guide for now because I'm going to continue to play around with the free shipping and revenue options so we can look at that. And so then I'm just going to hit submit to store. And it's saying, okay, it's going to add the shirt. So we're going to wait for that to happen. And while this is loading, there's one thing you need to understand. You can set the price for whatever you want to sell your products at. But Printful is going to charge you a different price per design, per actual shirt model you're using, and then also the color or size of it. So your net profit per shirt, per design is going to vary, and you need to focus in on that because, print on demand, there are a lot of fees and charges for that. But the benefit of print on demand is you do not need to maintain an inventory. You don't need to keep products in-house and have to ship on a daily basis. You just create the store, you synchronize the products, you build a social media following, you get your product, your brand out there, and you start generating sales. And you just sit there and watch the product sell off the shelf, and you really don't have to do anything beyond build an audience and market your products. So that's, for that reason, I love print on demand. I've used it in the past for some other clients of mine that we've set up, and it's been somewhat successful for them. I think that if they advertised more heavy and went out there and tried to sell harder, they'd make more revenue. But for just, kind of like a side business opportunity to play around and have fun and learn e-commerce and running your own e-commerce business, it's a great way to start. A very low entry fee is the best part about it. So it has completed syncing our first product, and we know that because it says congrats on adding your first product. It says below that you can find all the products added to your store below and manage them there. To edit product variants separately, click on edit next to the product. You can also select more than one product and edit in bulk. So what this means is if you want to make changes to the products you've added that you've synced to your Shopify store, you can come back in here and edit them individually. There's also a link to edit the individual product in Shopify, but I would always edit from here just because it's automatically syncing to Shopify. And then we can view it in Shopify. So what it's going to do now is it's going to pull up our website with the product that we made, which is pretty cool. Kind of looks like we're shopping, right? So cactus shirt, $21. Here are the different colors that I've configured. All the size options. We can add quantity. Here's the default text that it added by selecting those boxes. There's the size guide. And then other configurations that we just need to complete from a Shopify store configuration standpoint as far as what our product descriptions and layouts look like. Alright, so now that we have seen that the product looks cool and awesome on our webpage, we're going to close out the webpage browser and we're going to go back to our Shopify tab. So back in our Shopify admin console, you'll see that it knows that we've added our first product, which is great. So we should have a product here on the left. If we go to product, we've got our shirt. So here's where it has synced into our Shopify product inventory, and we can look at the item. We can make some changes. Here's where we can do some categorizations. If we wanted to have shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, and stuff like that, we could create categories for all of those. But here, is where it has imported all the information, and we can kind of scroll through, see the images. We can look at the variations that it created. All the different images have been automatically pushed across. And this takes a lot of time. So if you're doing all this manually with your own products, it can take a lot of time. It really is pretty intensive as far as what you're doing, especially if you've never done before. And And so from there, we can change inventory, all that, and make any, minor changes that we'd want to make if we wanted to make them. From here, I wouldn't even do anything else. I would make sure that everything looks good, there's no errors, and just kind of once over it and do some quality on the other end to make sure you don't have any incorrect information from there. Now, what I'm going to do, since I have multiple other products that I need to sync, I'm going to go back and sync them all, and then I'll come back and refresh Shopify, and we'll see all the additional products added to our store. I just spent about, 10 minutes adding the rest of my product templates that I had already created, named them accordingly, and now we're going to go back to our Shopify store and refresh it, and we should see these products already synced back in. Yep, so here we go. We've got all of them now in our Shopify store. And for fun, we can pull up our Shopify store. And again, it's still default, but all our products are in here now. So, really cool. One thing that I would suggest is going and looking at each one. So for this shirt, it's a blank back design. I don't know if I need that photo, but it might be better to show people that, there is nothing on the back. So you get a cool little flip of the image to really show what's going on. The method that I'm kind of using is I take the main logo and put it large on the front, and then I've got an alternate logo and then a large logo on the back. So I've got two variations of each design that kind of gives people options on which they might prefer, one or the other. So there you have it. We've added products from Printful that we've connected to Shopify into our Shopify store. They sync automatically. We can go back into the Printful app webpage and make changes individually. We can reprice them. We can add different color shirts if we start getting customers that want a specific color shirt that we're not offering. Same with the size. You can go back in and add the size at any time. It will sync right back over to Shopify, and the product will be available in your shop right away. I really find Printful to be, like I said before, a very low-cost entry into the e-commerce world. If you are a designer yourself, you can create your own images at zero cost. Otherwise, things that I did is I leveraged Fiverr. I went and found a freelancer that I liked the design work that they did for previous clients and said, okay, cool, I know what I want. Here's some generic ideas, kind of bring my ideas to life with your artistic background. And that's what we have with the designs that I'm going to be trying to sell. So again, there's Printful.com. We're using Fiverr.com. We're using Shopify.com. We're working with them all together at a very low entry. I probably spent less than $200 to have all these designs created. Printful.com is free until you start selling products. It will charge you per product. You will lose some money, but obviously there has to be cost for them to be able to do what they need to do. So again, you can modify the profit that you want per product based on the pricing you set per size, per variation. It's very flexible. It's very easy to configure. It's straightforward. Anybody can do it. If you're not sure, if you don't think that this walkthrough was helpful, drop a comment below. Ask any additional questions. I will 100% engage with you all. I will provide more help wherever needed. That's what I'm here for. If you found our video helpful today, please give us a follow on YouTube or check out our website, www.howtoecom.com. I've got a link to the website below in the description. I've also got links to signing up for Shopify, signing up for Printful, and signing up for Fiverr.com. All those resources are extremely important in starting and running and creating a print-on-demand business. So please check those out. And again, if you have any questions, please drop a comment. We're here to engage with you and help you out. If this didn't answer all your questions and you need some help still, please drop a comment. I'll definitely reply and follow. We're going to create a lot more videos just like this. Thank you.